This is Chapter 1, Lesson 6, Equivalent Ratios. Remember, ratios are numbers that kind of look like fractions. So like 1/3, 7/9, 12/5, 12/6. Ratios are exactly like fractions. These also are the ones that we talked about in Lesson 2, where we had to simplify them down to lowest terms, which again we should be good at because we're good at simplifying fractions. Your code word for this video is Ms. Satter. Hopefully you're enjoying math class. So we are now given two ratios that we need to simplify down. So we're going to actually be calling these rates. So my rate is 36 t-shirts. I'm going to abbreviate with just shirts. In 3 boxes. And we want to see if that's equivalent to 60 t-shirts. And I'm going to write this down here. 60 t-shirts in 6 boxes. So, like we talked about in Lesson 2, I want to turn these down into unit rates. Remember, unit rates, our denominator is always 1. So, how do I get from 3 to 1? Well, 3 divided by 3 gives me 1. Whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator. So I'm going to divide that by 3. Well, 36 divided by 3 is 12. And if you didn't know that, you could do the work off to the side. Now I want to do the same thing down here. How do I get from 6 to 1? Well, 6 divided by 6 is 1. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 60 divided by 6 is 10. So I want to know if these two ratios that we turn to unit rates are equivalent. Well, does 12 equal 10? No. So my answer would be no. These are not equivalent. Again, we are comparing ratios to see if they are equivalent. So we're going to turn them back into unit rates. So Club A raised $168 by washing 42 cars. And Club B raised $152 by washing 38 cars. And I want to turn these into unit rates, which again means I want to turn them down with the denominator being 1. So how do I get from 38 to 1? Well, if I divide 38 divided by 38, I get 1. So now I do the same thing to the top. If you do not know what 152 divided by 38 is, you can do it off to the side. 132 divided by 8 is actually 4. Now I do the same thing to this ratio up top. How do I get from 42 to 1? Well, 42 divided by 42 would give me 1. And I'm going to do the same thing to the top. Divided by 42. 168 divided by 42 is 4. If you didn't know that, you could do some math and multiplication off to the side to figure that out. Well, I'm wondering if 4 over 1 equal to 4 over 1. And it is. So, my answer would be yes. They are equivalent ratios.